I'm sick. I'm still broke wearing headphones with the cord, but I'm finally on my way, guys. Everything is everything. I'm gonna be able to get on the boats. I'm flying to Grand Cayman. I'm really excited because my hotel is really cute, and as soon as I get there, I'm going to take a shower and put some shorts on because yikes. Turning the fuck up. Okay? Okay. Hey everybody. I made it to Cayman Islands. Excuse me. Guys, my swimsuit bottoms are a little bit too big, or maybe it's because they're high-waisted and bitch what waist. But okay, let me tell y'all everything that happened from start to the point I got here. So, because I don't really know if I ever did that, but I'm gonna just throw that in on this video. So on Sunday, May 5th, I was supposed to fly at 8:22 a.m. from Detroit to North Carolina, and then from North Carolina to Fort Lauderdale, and then I was going to be in Fort Lauderdale by 4:30 p.m. and I was supposed to stay in this hotel room that my mom booked for me, and I was gonna meet up with my friends on Monday, May 6th to meet my friends at the port to dock for the Carnival cruise. So all of that got ruined because they canceled the flight from Detroit to North Carolina. Understandable. They did not tell me why they canceled that flight, but I did my own little research and I found out that it was just raining. It was raining the whole day in North Carolina. So I'm like, okay, cool, I get it. Let me sit down because I don't know why I'm standing up because y'all can see me better. But okay, so yeah, it was raining in North Carolina. What I don't understand is why they put me on a Monday 6 a.m. flight from Detroit to Chicago, and then from Chicago to Fort Lauderdale, having me get to Fort Lauderdale at 11:07 a.m. yesterday. That was the plan. I don't know why they would do that when they could have just did something like that for me on Sunday at a later time. Like, why did I have to wait a whole 24 hours to get a completely different flight? It doesn't make sense. But maybe it was because it was a lot of traveling happening this weekend apparently. So maybe that's why flights were full. Because when I got this flight that I had, it was a lot that was sold out and all this stuff. So I don't know. I guess that's what happened. But then Monday comes. I'm at the airport. My cousin took me at 3 a.m. I didn't have to be there that early, but I still appreciate her getting me there early. So I was there at 3 a.m., chilling, whatever. We board the plane at 5:30 a.m. Everyone's on the plane. Everything is set to go. So, I'm thinking everything's set to go. So I got my headphones in, and I fell asleep, y'all. I didn't go to sleep the night before. It's 5:30 a.m. Yes, I'm about to go to sleep. Like, what else am I going to do? So I wake up at 6:51, and I'm like, all right, should be time to get off the plane now. Let's go. No, we are still in Detroit, Michigan. Why are we still in Detroit? What happened? The whole flight was delayed an hour. If I did not fall asleep on that plane, I probably would have got off and went to go figure something else out, because that's just crazy. A whole hour and nobody woke my dumb ass up. But I was by myself, and that's what happens when you travel by yourself. Don't fall asleep until you in the air. Tip number 1, do not fall asleep on that airplane until you're taking off. Okay? I learned my lesson. But I was there at 3:30 in the morning. I was on the plane at 5:30. I fell asleep waiting to get onto the plane. So why would I not fall asleep as soon as I get on the plane? But anyway, flight delays an hour. I missed my connecting flight from Chicago to Fort Lauderdale because of the delay. So I get to Chicago and I'm trying to figure out what I can do. What plane should I get on? Who's gonna get me to my destination on time? By the time I got to Chicago, it was 7 a.m. And I'm like, okay, somebody's got to help me figure it out. There's one plane leaving at 8:10 from Delta that can get me there on time. There's one plane leaving at 8:19 that's on my itinerary for my plane ticket. So I'm just like, okay, what do I got to do? So I'm asking people. They like, oh, well, you need to go to blah, blah, blah. No, you need to tell me what plane to get on that's going to get me there on time, because y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked everything up. Like, I'm pissed. So I'm asking around. This man's not trying to help me at all. He just gave me this card with this number on it and told me to call it. I'm like, okay. So I walk away. I call the number. This lady she's really helpful. Can't remember her name, but thank you, Miss Lady on American Airlines assistance phone line. I don't know, but she really helped me a lot. She helped me find a flight. There was so many flights that were sold out, full, booked up. It was not looking promising getting me there on time, and obviously it wasn't, because I did not make it. But she found me a flight to North Carolina and then to North Carolina they were going to send me to West Palm Beach. That's as close to the port as I was going to get. I was going to make it at 1:45. Didn't have to be on the boat till 2:30. We was Gucci. So what happened in North Carolina? No, wait. Yeah, so I get on a plane from Chicago to North Carolina, and the lady takes my bag, my carry-on bag, and says, I'm gonna check it in. Snatches it, runs away. It's a carry-on, ma'am. You don't have to do that. Not only did she take my carry-on bag to check it in, she checked it and sent it to North Carolina. Remember, I just said that my final destination was West Palm Beach, Florida. Why are you sending my bag to North Carolina? Why are you not checking it all the way through to go to West Palm Beach, where I'm going? You just printed out my boarding pass, ma'am. What went wrong? This is the bitch that I'm pissed with, okay? Because she ruined the entire thing. I was on, like, we were almost there. Okay? So I fly from Chicago to North Carolina. I get to North Carolina. I have to go get my bag from baggage claim because of the dumb bitch. So I get my bag, and I'm looking at the time. It was not looking promising. I didn't get off of the plane until 11. We didn't land until 11:30. The next plane that I have to be on leaves at 11:50. That's only 20 minutes. Then we had to wait for only God knows what, to get off of the plane. So from 11:30 to 11:40, we're waiting, and then we get off the plane, and then I have to go to baggage claim. Not only do I have to go to baggage claim, I have to wait for the people to take the bags off the plane, to put them on the carousel, and then for the slow-ass carousel to bring my bag around. Why the fuck would she check my carry-on bag? Why? I don't know. But I get the bag. I'm screaming, I'm crying. Well, no, okay, I'm not screaming and crying yet. I'm crying for sure. But I'm like, somebody just help me. I just need to know if I can still get on this flight. This man was like, no. Straight up, he was like, no. So I'm like, ah! This lady is like, let me help her. Ma'am, no. Ah! Like, no. No one can fix it. I missed the whole boat. I missed the boat ain't even leave yet, but I missed that bitch. I know I did. I was like, it's the O, I'm not going. Now somebody gotta find me a flight back to Detroit ASAP. So, but okay, so the lady helped me. She helped me find my bag and shit. Well, no, she didn't even help me find my bag. She just said it didn't come out yet, which honestly, I knew that my bag hadn't come out yet. Like, this is my second time flying and it's by myself. Well, my second time flying. So I'm like, I know how long it takes for those bags to come out. This is why I specifically did not get a checked bag traveling this time, because I'm like, I don't really have time to be trying to, you know, run up and get my bag and shit. Like, I just didn't have that kind of time. So yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna miss the flight. That means I'm gonna miss the boat. I'm freaking out. I'm having a panic attack. I'm breathing all crazy. I'm you know how you be crying. That was me. So I'm just like, wow, what the fuck am I gonna do now? Like, I've spent just basically $1,000 on this trip. 1,000 of my hard-earned dollars. You guys, I worked last week, 8:30 to 9 a.m. y'all. I'm telling y'all, I worked so much for this vacation because I wanted to celebrate with my friends for their graduation. Like, what the fuck? And I'm not even with them right now. Do y'all know how irritating that is? It's very frustrating, but it's getting better, slowly but surely. So I'm in North Carolina freaking out. My uncle lives in North Carolina, so my mama called him because she freaking out. I shouldn't have told my mama anything yet, but you know how mamas are. You gotta let them know. So I'm repeating the same story to any and everybody that's asking me questions, trying to help me. Because really, the only way that you could really help me, if you ask me, was by getting me to Florida to get on that boat. Nobody did that, so I felt like nobody was helping me. So yeah, I ended up spending the night in North Carolina, as you can tell from my previous video. And yeah, they got me a flight. Tom, I'm not sure what your name is, Tim or Tom, but he the man, because he really helped me. He's the only one that actually really helped me. And the lady on the phone for the cruise, because I had to call the cruise to make sure they was gonna let me get on the boat. I didn't understand why stomach on flat. Okay, I didn't understand why they wouldn't let me on the boat, but it was a possibility that they wasn't gonna let me on that bitch, but they're letting me on that bitch. So, and that's all that matters. So yeah, that's what happened. And they was like, do you want a flight from here to Atlanta and then from Atlanta to Cayman? I said, no, y'all better give me on a straight flight there. I'm not doing no more layovers because I don't trust y'all. Fuck all that shit. Straight flights only. So they got me a flight from North Carolina to Grand Cayman Islands, and I'm here today. And yeah, don't wear a tracksuit to the airport because apparently they're gonna think you're smuggling something. But I just was dressed for the weather in Detroit. So but yeah, now I'm here in Cayman Islands by myself, and my friends will be here tomorrow at 8 a.m. I have to meet them at the port so I can get all of my shit onto the boat, and then we can come back on the island, have a great time, and enjoy the rest of the cruise. I will be on the cruise for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I know we come back on Saturday, but I paid for 5 days on the boat and I'm getting 3. Wow, it smells so good. I don't even know what it smells like, but it just smells like fresh. It smells like not America. want to get in the boat. Let me drive the boat. I'm about to go get a drink.